mako near the munchichimune ba. When ye because we say ampa. We are not just telling you to vote for John Mahama, but we are telling you to vote for John Mahama and the NDC because John Mahama and the NDC and the right policies, the right vision that can bring about the change and the transformation you want to see in your life. Into your neighbor Jibrepa on NDC and you segments. Now I heard Upper East tour of John Mahama, how he entered Upper East, how he started it, and all the major policies that were there to Jawo. And I know you will pick something from it come 7th December. Now, we are a moment of truth segment. On moment of truth, ya kasaba kata shene proye. Chrono kesie bia. O mampenya bedi eche ba wumia O2 Frankama MPP. Ewo 2024 upcoming election mu. On in the busuanfo de Bogana. In the name of so sin. And then all the scandalous, the illegal, the overpriced, the inflated, sole source contracts are. Yadiama bawumia ninuane ne yerenom. Na ebo meika. Emo meishreka kesi sikakesia. Kibetumi ya bibi pebi ama wa wohwemi wenya so mfaso no. Ene ye de ho dance ye nyina beba o moment of truth. Yadi ka wansemo ha ene ya ho press conference. And today we will just make time to discuss that alone on the moment of truth segment. And for share the link, comment, like, tell a friend to tell a friend that we have started. I just got a guest in the studio, my able, hard-working, dynamic deputy, Malik Bas Intelligence, joined me in the studio. And in the course of the conversation, you know, he will be coming on there to share his thoughts on some of the things that I will be discussing. And watch this montage for me. Immediately we come back. We are starting with NDC and you. And I'm taking you all the way to the Upper East region for you to hear the gospel of John Mahama. The good messages of John Mahama. Ghana Nibia was a Tibi. Nebo ama otu abapano. Many were the home commercial. We mame besi here. Yes, so straight to action. This is NDC and you. We are not wasting time at all because then you want some kind. Once ye papa you were John Dramani Mahama was see form now we're born to one day. And yet they are your semka. So this is NDC and you. Now Abusia, they said the media can trim. John Mahama launched his campaign in Tamale, the 27th of July. You launch a campaign or the to just say, and to abon yefiti ase, ubia won a chefa. It is how don't sasha them from as an NDC member or an executive. Say, oh, Treyama, John Mahama, ba, on Peswaso, and sana campaign, or the wajin. And you don't even have to go and organize your own programs and also call launch your campaign. No, the launch of the campaign has already taken place. One launch. Yeah. So no need for any campaign launch. It is now time for action. It is time for us to go on the field. Now, Papa Mahama is leading by example. It's a real launch, you know. No, you may was or any chair Upper East region. Now, Mahama Ra Pais, specifically Bolegatanga, the capital. A few days ago, na Efe, Seweni and Sewo Katre, or Dosron Kwa. Nipa Edan and John Mahama. They didn't know that he was even coming. They just saw John Mahama's convoy. Na Odostron Kwa, you know what Bolega San Numera na Jono Edan Edino. It shows you that indeed John Mahama is a man. His legacy goes after him and goes before him. Ni nyuma penti ni pardon. Real love ni pardon pa. Ni nyuma penti Ghana for feno. I want to show you a short clip of how John Mahama entered the Upper East region, so that for those of you who have not seen the clips, you can watch it for the first time. Tifiwe mami.
this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man for us. Oh, Ghana needs a change. No, I am sorry and random, let us rise for a change. Sorry and random, a voice for Mahama is a voice for Ghana.
So this is the triumphant entry of the nation builder, inshallah, the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, John Mahama, into the Upper East region, specifically Bolgatanga. It was spontaneous, it was unannounced, it was organic. John Mahama, the Numa Painti. Now, it is not just about choir of us who are and they are worth talking about. In fact, Jumedi Awodo Wedino or Upper East in Bruni said the programs were well attended, mammoth crowds. These were not rallies, community engagements. Nobody was bashed, you know. Every constituency organized 2 programs with sometimes whistle tops here and there. But programs ni nyina ye febroso, nipa babroso because e kom di nipa. And yes, people are hungry for hope. People are hungry for a vision that can give them hope. Say, now we can change our destiny as a people. A new sense of direction. And they see that in John Mahama. And everywhere John Mahama went to, the people came in their numbers to meet him. Watch some of these videos for me. You will see, you know, the some of the crowds. We can't bring you all, but I'm bringing you a few highlights for you to see how well attended the programs in the Upper East region were. Just snipers of the crowds. There were more in Navrongo. It was massive. In Bongo, massive. Bolegatanga was huge. You know, so we can go on and on and on. But you see, it was not just about the fanfare and the jamboree. Yira Mahama and Tuana Wefitia Sia War Bono. And the Panen Power Magana Hunkomona Odi. Now, what can Sembebre in the Upper East region? I'm just going to bring you a few highlights. Where do we start from? Let me start from mess. Kwaya Bawomiani Akufuado atete Ghana sikasem afa. Ene how a edi ababeto omen so enkankan ne emmabunu wone me ye ma a wo mo ba ne om inchirima. You see, Dr. Ishmael Gyamfi Nakasembi is a doctor, an economist. He's been around for a long time. The near fee obobra or who are buying abesenko different regimes. Or say baby a bawomiane Akufuado MPP atete Ghana sikasemako drono who be da omodi o minor kwachire 40 years. Now yenya an experienced leader who has the right vision to turn things around her. You know, it may take you over 40 years to come out of this mess. Ninyina ne se omo buy so omo bebo eka e dia to for nchirima. Na nya se ye bo besia ne dia ye japade nchirima benya so mfaso. Ye bo besia no e japade akronfo. Na omo ne omo yire ne omo busuafo afa edi my kama na ka beto ho a wo man ntimi ntua ene mabunu enkoda eba no omo na ebe ye adwumatua. President Mahama spoke about our unsustainable public debt as a result of the mismanagement of the economy by Bawumia. Ene menu mienu to the bia ye can people don't really think say it is about them, but it is about all of us. And enunti ene wasa ba ye ba betui. Number one, who decided so to be. Number two, yes, over to be kwa, over to abapa and then sisa ebeba, because we cannot continue like this. So watch what President Mahama had to say about the state of the economy, the debt situation especially, and then what you need to do on 7th December.
You took the national debt from 1 million cedis. And who is going to pay that debt? It's not Nana Akufo-Addo. It's not Bawumia. Who is going to pay that debt? It's you, the young people, the youth. It's you, the youth. Because in the debt restructuring, they've restructured the debt to 2045, 2050. By then, will Akufo-Addo be alive? He will be dead and gone. Maybe some of us too will be dead and gone. But you and your children will be the ones who will be held to pay that money. When NDC was in government in 2016, if you shared the national debt amongst all Ghanaians, all of us owed only 4,000 cedis. Today, if you share the debt to all of us, including a new baby, born baby, all of us owe 20,000 cedis. And so, there is hope. And we have a chance to achieve that hope. And that is why each of us has a thumb. And each of us will be required to use that thumb to effect the change that will make our lives better. And so let's make sure that we keep our voters' cards properly. The young boys, don't walk around with the voters' card in your pocket and you'll be showing it to everybody. Leave it in your house, put it in your box. On 7th December in the morning, you go and take that voter's card out because you have work to do. You all must vote in order that we're able to change this government.
Yes, Mr. How sad. How sad. Say, Omaya, yede share Bawumia ni Akufo-Addo nsa 2016. Na ka Omaya edi nyina from Kwame Nkrumah pencil, ABC John Mahama pencil. Na ye 120 billion cedis. And on MPP forecast a doso dodo. Na NDC under John Mahama yamakana kosoro 120 billion a doso. Ghana omeyi nyo hiamai etisika so welcome there. But we miase my year dwuma wo Bank of Ghana da. The money is here sika wo Ghana hiaseebobesia. Akwan ye wo Ghana hey you two akwan na ye betumi agigi sika ya akwan ni nyina. Omo den sem de and beji to me. And one would have thought somebody ko back e ka na beba for mumpu. Ana se nkeka na be kosoro kakra bi. Because omo sika wa. And the Ghana ka etimi afiri 120 billion na President Mahama di ja wo mu a omo didi na tem ye na yakayaka de no akodu 750 billion Fa calculator. Not say 700 120 billion. Every 750 billion. Ubenya 630 billion. Think about this. Forget to say we MPP near now we NDC near. We Ghana ni can think about this. Nkrumah, Kotoka, Efifa, Akufu, Echampong, Hilary Liman, JJ Rawlings. Eba bisi ye papa Kufoso, ye papa Tamil sa wenya ni baby konya memfa ne kransie. Ye papa John Mahama so. Omu nyina besi omo boy ye 120 billion. Na jak Toronto ni nua ketewa Kufu ado ne ba wo mianko a 8 years pe. Omo di 630 billion aka ho e de drew 750 billion. They said the president Mahama kan no. In 2016, now check Ghana ka 120 billion on my population of 30 million now. Ghana ni bia de ka be say 4,000 cities, 40 million. And now check Ghana ka 750 billion no. And my this population of over 30 million now. Obia de ka close to 25,000. It is 250 million. Now what will show me? What this can? What the na wenya from Besiamo Bibrebe. Ukrom hono mpuntu papa ben aban we di aba ho oso bosia no manfa nya de pa ye tu omofo no muntie o ka hwe aba wo mia ntie ofiri se amamuo ye kasa but kasa nko na amamuo nko ene o wo se e ka mene Ghana ntimi ntua ye ka o man na da ne amanfo oza man ye twa ye nwo ehia nyina atimi kwa mansa bia so ko bobosia Cote d'Ivoire Togo Burkina obi atimi ko Nigeria Ghana nko a obi ampe ye ni mo ahwe because ya bob besia na du ba bia ye se ye ntumi ntua e champon de o ye ntua o we de ye ntumi ntua ye de ka na eja nchirima nti Ghana de hia ban bo mo besia mpo ye frɛ ne bonds aban ni so ntumi ntua wa ye ne carry forward we tu ni tua na hye from 2026 to 2045. Ye kasa MPP for ya mambofo a ebinu monti ase. But asechire nini, they are nation wreckers. Because abusuape openyi papa be ye abusuapenyi wo fie a ogya ejapade. Anchiri ma betumi aba beto de aye wo ho yie. Onyaka. We mu de omagya ye ka buburo. Ye betua akopem 2045. Omo nya investment bi aso ebetumi aso aba pa etua sa aka no. Ti abanfo fro na oba no be ye de. It will only take an experienced leader with a great, unique transformational vision to turn this thing around. And that is why you have to vote for change, like President Mahama said. And Gaza won't twaba. And Gaza NDC and MPP are the same. No, we are not the same. Because President Mahama not Bob Bessia or the Yempuntu Nyuma Emma Wuhu. Interchange. Hospital. Suku. Airport. Acquire papebi. We all saw it. Bobesian 54 billion per year. We mu 630 billion. One district hospital crown omun fiti biase in any part of Ghana. You can ask them when you meet them. And 2024 December 7th about one kwazavujuma a community labor. It was someone doing gym because it's about your future. Obeka se won't fa ho. But they said the president Mahama kan no. Mpenyifo ne de be wu akọ ye mbabunu yi ye ne ye mama ye mama and ye ba bitu aka no. How can we allow these people to continue like this? When you see catch up bia ombesi yeso akoma shema 630 billion mo de aye den. Enyuma say no mo de create. Unemployment every 8.4 to now 15%. Yewu after all these borrowings. And that is why you must vote for change. But Abusia, President Mahama just didn't lament about Ghana Sikasemwa Abanwe Aseno. The solution to the biggest problem confronting Ghana today is Jumasem. And the Ghana we Hwehwemu ya ye nyina che say Juma sempa na ye o mei ha okese. Em kra ku school awie motifi omunya adwuma. Ebi kra na school no man timi ankwa anu animu sa. But omo onyansa wa hoden anyame di bibia dua mu a omo nyamwa omo so betumi aye adwuma de abo omo ho omo busua ne oman no. Buafo we. Jemu chrese se yantimi anye bibia amfa dwuma sem we ho akwa pi mabunu bebre bo mutifio munya dwuma anya. Ye say the devil finds work for an idle hand. Ya hwe ya da kro ye be sori ye ntiasem de no ye ni basa basa. They said ye koso wa mama bi so no eno na eba ha. Because people are giving up on Ghana. That is why they are leaving Ghana in droves. Yes, people have always traveled outside Ghana, but the rate at which even Nippon Maria Square no more wants to leave Ghana, he won't be said that. And so President Mahama say, "Wadwe obey the sin and so ma ye di kan no na ye mpuntu nyuma and na ye the foundation, the bedrock of the development of every country. But obey the sin and so a juma. Shewi mame.
Our priority when we come in 2025 is to provide jobs for our young people. Because a lot of our young people have finished school 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, even 5 years ago. It's not that they didn't go to school. They went to school, they have certificate, but they can't find employment. And that's because the unemployment rate has gone up. In 2016, when I was president, the unemployment rate was a little over 8% to do. And that's why I was saying that we have to accelerate our economy. And so rather than walking, we must start running. And so if we're working 8 hours, we must start working 16 hours and 24 hours. That's why we're introducing the 24-hour economy, so that we can create more jobs. So that we can create more jobs for our young people. And to create more jobs for our young people, we have to help businesses to be able to add on more employment and work in the night. And so we're going to help a new crop of business people called agribusinessmen. In every region, there's going to be a special agro-processing zone. Government will acquire the land, will do the roads, will bring water, electricity. And anybody who wants to set up a factory to buy products from farmers and process it, will be giving the land to establish the factory so that our young people can get work to do. And all these agro-processing businesses will work 24 hours a day so that they can employ as many of our youth. Jobs must be the priority for everybody. And that is the priority of the next NDC government. Like I said, we'll do infrastructure, but we're going to concentrate on the things that will create jobs for our young people. And that's why one of the policies we're introducing is the 24-hour economic policy. It is a very simple thing. There are businesses all over Ghana. There are new businesses that are going to come. We're asking that those businesses work longer hours than the usual 8-hour day. That is working from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening. It is happening in other places. In other places, they have a 24-hour economic program where they give incentives to businesses to work for longer hours. And if you work for longer hours, you cannot work with the same number of people for 16 hours or 24 hours. You have to add on additional labor. So if you have a pharmaceutical factory and you're producing drugs, first, government will incentivize you by buying your drugs, because we have a need, and NHIS buys drugs for the hospitals. And so we should buy the drugs that Ghanaian factories are producing. If we are buying those drugs the Ghanaian factory is producing, that businessman can add on additional shifts to be able to meet the demand. And if he adds on additional shifts, more of our young people will get work to do. And that's just an example of the pharmaceutical industry. There's the agro-processing area. There are so many other areas. There's construction. We give contracts to companies to construct things for government. They can add on more labor so that they can finish those projects on time.
Jobs is the direction John Mahama would take the nation Ghana to once we give him the opportunity. When we give him the opportunity. Because Abusia, they said they can't, baby, unemployment rate in the corner, and we cannot do the same things over and over again and expect different results. Since Ghana betoho, yakwa adwuma no nwotwe ne apono no 8 hours, because 1 hour a break. 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. Any aye adwuma saa. Nene ya amamuo boninti, impenyi boninti. Na womia ne Akufo Addo ase na making. E ka mmere yen na ya 2 year car I was see tu ya sheda from 2026 to 20 years and beyond. No? Ye ko bobesia kra ye nya bi no. How can we still say ye be ye adwuma only 8 hours? Da ben dan ye be come out of this economic quagmire, this economic bankruptcy. Ye ntimi nya kwadworo. 8 hours no and so if we want to see immediate transformation, then we must think outside the box. We must do what we have not done before. And it President Mahama said, "Enunti no the 24-hour economy neighbor no." Tietia. Instead of say you be juma 8 hours and you be juma 24 hours. And like he said, other advanced countries are already doing it. Our strategy, policies are ye de bois ankran nyuma say na be yo mubetuma ye juma 24 hours. 8 hours each. Every shift 8 hours. Inti say we adwuma 4,000 a obe for 2,000 account for the 2 additional shifts. No ma 3,000. I say agro processing factories are yeba be bieni nyina be 24/7. Pharmaceutical factories 24/7. Construction companies omo ye kwan akese a ometumi aye adwuma throughout the night 24/7. Waste and sanitation companies so kwa brochira na dwene yesesa bola. Those who have traveled, they know. And so, Moba, Amanyo Semuntino, Omoya MPP for 24-hour economy. Now, 24-hour economy, Yanka, but we are school of Vancouver, Canada. No, Timiko school, no pass answer here, Jumene. On your one kind. It is because in those countries there is 24-hour economy. It is students cry Timiko school, and Ajo, no, board night, Kakano, when you be out to know their friend. Your back when you be feel to vacation job. So, obia benye adwuma ni bia ye because when ye adwuma ni bia nya no pa ubenya bia ye anwumre ana ubenya bia ye anadwo. That is what the 24-hour economy is about. And public institutions will participate. Private institutions will be supported with tax incentives, security, cheaper power, financing support to participate. And the adwuma beba. This is the game changer Ghana needs. Organized labor. Adwuma yefo wo Ghana nyina kubata and say it is a game changer. Federation of Labor, IEA, all of them, MPP FOMPO, like Dr. Koboy, Minister of Health. Also because of 24-hour economy now, John Mahama Deban, ain't maso and any papa sini who. That is what Ghana needs. And this is why you must vote for John Mahama. Because what is the alternative? 8 hours. Now, 8 hours, 8 hours. What 3 years, 4 years, somebody says, I want to increase the working hours to 24/7 with a deliberate policy intervention that ensures that private companies, businesses are able to do that. And state agencies, passport office, ports, DVLA, customs, they are all able to do that. And President Mahama can be your secretary. Adwuma na ye de ba no eno na eba be empower Ghana mabunu memmo ne maba wa na mo no titi okom nsem amu de mo ye no na wetimi anya sika abobra o kan we no papa na ono de bia ne de ne se wudi tro nsem da ye de da ni padwen agitumi enko ano nim enye mo first ane mame a ya toro nko ano o se ye ka adwuma se mo de ono ka o ka mobile phones asem but President Mahama say how you see him pata. He wants to teach the young people how to fish. Because if you have a job, bosome so a wobeji aketua. Woji aketua. Baba akohoma. Beto atare. Ubeto TV. Ube dibi behwe wo ho. Udi bi behwe wo maame mo ma bre wo ho. Ube sie bi. Se ne be ya wo kɔ wani mu no betimi ato asase no wasi dan bi. E de ani mobile phone. Bra wo adwuma. Ubeto bi. And the problem is to get a job. And your mobile phones. Listen to what President Mahama said about teaching the Ghanaian youth about how to fish.
These children here are going to complete school. And many of them complete school And for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, they are still staying in their father and mother's houses. And it is their father and mother providing food for them to eat. We want our young people to finish school and be able to find jobs so that they can earn money for themselves. They can get married. They can also have children and take their children to school. The English people say, don't give me fish. Teach me how to catch my own fish. So that anytime I want fish, I can go and catch it myself. And I'm telling somebody that the young people of Ghana are saying, don't give us mobile phones. Give us jobs and we'll buy our own mobile phones. If you get a job, can't you buy your own mobile phone?
If you get a job, can't you buy your own mobile phone? Simple question. Say Juma ban when you Juma your port, when you Juma your factory be, when you Juma with a construction company, when you Juma with a waste management company, when you Juma in the police, when you Juma soja bemu, when your public institution be Juma, because 24-hour economy abaswa. The question is, untumin to phone ana. That is what President Mahama said. But as I'm no. Also for penny bi Ghana or the nanwa to the issue about jobs versus mobile phones. You know, Ghana is an interesting country with interesting characters. Also for penny mensa utabel wakasa asem bi. So for penny pa na me free say wa Kenyans asem wa ba wo mu a yebetimi afa emu aba na ye de ato aba pa 7 December 2024. Watch what Mensa Utabel had to say about this.
Because you need a phone. Your destiny is better and greater than iPhone 15. Because one day, not only would you own, you are going to be a manufacturer of those phones. You have more phones than you can use. Don't sell your destiny for a phone. You are bigger than that. You are better than that. You are greater than that. Because you need a phone. Your destiny is better and greater than iPhone 15. Because one day, not only would you own, you are going to be a manufacturer of those phones. You have more phones than you can use. Don't sell your destiny for a phone. You are bigger than that. You are better than that. You are greater than that. Because you need a phone. Your destiny is better and greater than iPhone 15. Because one day, not only would you own, you are going to be a manufacturer of those phones. You have more phones than you can use. Don't sell your destiny for a phone. You are bigger than that. You are better than that. You are greater than that.
Very, very profound. Very, very instructive. Don't sell your destiny for a mobile phone. Don't sell your votes and ton shebre no dache for mobile phone. We just Sammy Gyamfi also for penny. Pastor Mensa Utabel of ICGC. Or no need to for you. See, you are bigger than that. You're better than that. So we now penny more when this wadi who never born when you jumapaya. Bibi pa also your media umuno a babon thing. You can also get value and earn something for your value. And with that, we have 2 phones. One way you could be phone shops. Why you grab manufacture foods? That is what he's telling you, and that is wisdom. As I'm with you, and Sakra met to also with the other highlights. I want to pick the thoughts of my able deputy Malik Bas. Malik, Akwaba. Thanks for visiting us today.
Thank you very, very much.
Asemi, what do you make of it?
Well, I'm just of opinion. My seminar is simple.
Look
my seminar is simple. I'm a church. Obi anon tiasi empono. Wanyan tiasi ewomo. As some of opinion can say, Anton Wodache, just because of iPhone 15, and not just because of a mobile phone. In fact, Obi ayerono Abomodia Kosuku over 17 years in the classroom. Obia Kosuku, this 17 to 18 years, a degree holder, Ghana. Nipano, Nedam Akomasu Kessie, Juma Obenye, Nyaye, no so etimi and ye bibi kakra, I shall no any nobutia for so. And there, Yakotea, a large say, Yan Tuabamano, no Bayama and Penia. Wotimi aboa amrantie ne mmaba wo nyina ama obia nya phone nipa ne nya phone wie yempo a wotua 1 cedi 2 cedi 1 cedi 2 cedi. Please, the youth of this country, 1.8 million plus unemployed youth of this country, we share sustainable job na we share mobile phone emu ne he na obeyi na za mobile phone mpo no anka ye obi odi no kre mpo na nkobeka asasem yi kire ya. Anka ye man the benefit of the doubt say, oh, where the yen fan say policy too because nipa no ewia betimi abokete. And so obe on namwa no church good morning.
On this issue I've seen a lot of interesting analysis. See,
yes.
Bawumia is taking the Ghanaian voted for granted.
Absolutely, no two ways about it.
And Omufri said they can be third time lucky with lies.
Absolutely.
That's
right.
But Gen Z is one. Because when I went on social media, even before Pastor Mensah Otabel said this, and I saw analysis me pay smartphone. Maybe an iPhone, an iPhone for crown, 5,000 cities.
Yes, of course.
It is a I was say policy, I will and say, my free phones. I be to 2 CDs and 1 CD. Policy no. And we started say your calculations and say me to 1 CD 1 CD. Phone 5,000. Me the boso me say the business. So say be 1 CD.
Absolutely.
That's all the 5,000 months.
Absolutely. 5,000 months.
Now 5,000 months who divided by 12 416 years.
Not just there be a one and
now in fear the rose of already that's so. Even if we bet you 2 CDs now what can that is over 200 years. Now I want to be 200 years.
2 decades.
Oh, yes, say we try to put myself for a year. I would not want to. So the message is simple. And then I'm Malik Achimon. Ghana for my school we tifi omo pejuma ye no. Enye atronsem we no mu here. It is not about mobile phones. Also the credit system or bar. And son obi betumi build the credit. And how do you build credit? You build credit. Say oko free dia na wetimi atua. Na adwuma no ni bia oko free dia be atua. Na why credit dia dey be.
Na the credit and
sakra na obetumi build the credit ne kra. There was any income.
Absolutely.
So the first thing you need to talk about if you're serious and say dear na wo ba be ye dia adwuma beba. Eno ne ye twen ba wo mie yo.
Onkada oni policy.
What bia na?
Me tibi. Na wo de atie ni amenso otabe okra kae. O say aside adwuma obenya aye no, you will be able to create mobile phones. One thing said John Mahama say we are recruiting 1 million youth in ICT. Coders. That is a bet chrewo. Kwa obefa so. Wonye adwuma ne ye wie a, na wo so wetimi aye phone ne bi. Ama Ghana fo wetimi anya ho kwan kra I export phones ne bi. So adia osofu penyi menso tabel kan no. No kre wo. Na nyansa so wo mu. Na me de me hu no say anka leaders of this sort no omonye kukuduro enhwe ba omiye nim na yembo ne din say policies are wode ne nam no and for quite paso. Now policies me excuse me to say useless policies.
And we must this is an important issue on job creation. President Mahama, clear message. 24-hour economy. I be transform the economy. I be expanding the economy. I be creating more employment opportunities. Public sector by nyuma and kram nyuma. Ye de munchiche muni nyina abrel. Look at this. Now heard the other guy is talking about. The other presidential candidate is talking about. Now one kasa, tell yourself which of these two people are worthy of your vote. It is John Mahama who has thought of the 24-hour economy that can transform the economy. Now, before, apart from 24-hour economy, Ghana, a population of 30 million, over 60% of the population, and we see, you can't seek the mandate of the people to lead in the highest office of president and not have a policy for the agriculture sector. Transforming on inuma aba edi aduane aba edi ahoto aba ati ahokyere so ene de ekeka ho. And President Mahama has a brilliant policy on agric and how we are going to make agriculture sexy and attractive even for young people, and we will be able to become self-reliant. Aduane a ye kra bebrebe efra manone ba se jeni se ye maku se ye ntu se ye de no yetimi aduane Ghana ha. Listen to what President Mahama said about this.
We also noticed that the bulk of our people here are farmers. And so we need to support our farmers to be able to produce. The problem with our economy is that we are import dependent. Everything we import from outside. Indeed, food products alone account for almost $3 billion every year of our import bill. And a lot of these things are products that we can produce locally. Even we rely on our neighboring countries for some products like onions and tomatoes. And these are all things that God has blessed us with. The land, He's giving us sunshine, He's giving us water to be able to do so ourselves. And so we're going to come and assist the farmers so that we can produce enough food. Before you do anything else, the first thing you need is to satisfy the stomach. And so food is the number one priority. And the only way we can produce enough food is to support the farmers to produce it. And that is why NDC is coming to establish farmer service centers. Every farmer service center will have at least 10 tractors with planters, harvesters, everything that a farmer needs. You have fertilizer, you have weedicides, you have improved seeds, everything. And each farmer has to register with the farmer service center closest to him. They will come and measure your farm and see how many acres you're doing. They know how much seed you need. They know how much fertilizer you need. They will come and plow for you. They will harrow for you. They will plant for you. And they'll do it on high purchase, on credit. And when you harvest your crop and you sell, you come and pay so that the next season they'll have money to support you again. This will help our farmers to be able to produce more.
So that is President Mahama on an important sector, agriculture. You see, the campaign now is true. And what's the dinner? Videos I'm watching now, or Kasa Wujina baby bako. Presidential. All kind of question to Wujina baby bako. And yet, Papa no Kasa no Kumika, or Kobasa, no Pantino, or Hamo baby, and Natalia for Chaka. So person the president, and the president. Untimi nyina fa akokora nkasa bi entronti. So, ujina ho no yinsem no baako no chechem. What is President Mahama talking about? You see, Ghana betu mpon I will say the structure of the economy no esesa. What do I mean by that? The chene say enyema pia ye kra ifra manone eba Ghana. Now so nyame adom ye anke yebetumi adua bi wo Ghana ana yaye bi wo Ghana no e wo se yesesa no na ye sa nyema no wo Ghana na ye di sa nyema na ye no wo Ghana no Because if we continue this cycle of importing, because we are not producing locally to meet domestic demand and cut exports, importer, there be no pressure better is seeding so because the oko kranye manabano. I just was seeding na $1 and now safer and now use and now pounds and suddenly waiting yako krasa nyamanaba. Today be na yesi can depreciate sa and also ne kofa ahonchire ni nyinaba. Bienti no maya we are in the tropics since you towa ha asase wa ha ye one of the best in the world. Na ene buru kra yekra banche. Yekra mako common gene kra yekra. Be kudwom na nyema boa yede because of scarcity. Aduane ni ho. And aduane ni ho because if mretenti aga na beto wo bisi nne. Omo mo yekua no. Eye sekan ni aso no mo de yekua no. Di o sika kakra o wa asase kakra o wa hode kakra no wa fa baadefo. Na baadefo eye omunfu madwuma. Enti nipa bebre yekua no nso de omu produce ni yakakra bi. Uko bro ni krom a nipa kakra bi na yekua. Enso botimi produce aduane bebre fidi o man ni nyina ma bi ka mo de bi baga na ni nkrunkura aka wo wiase. Why? Because kakra bi no mo yekua no they are using technology. Technology ni say yedi mfidie ebe wura kuayo mo. Na makuayo na ayemre aye attractive. Nipa bebre attractive o mama kokua ni mo. Na nam say yedi abef mfidie na eyinti no. With a little effort you get a greater yield. And maybe we are see no. That is what all the advanced countries are doing. But then kaneno na de abaye ne say to modernize agriculture ni akoto tractor ni de amekua for. Onu kua ni no onu kua no do. Sini esi bonko fie ni onye tractor driver. Tractor car no kwai soma no. Into the maintenance no eto de bia na ayede. Into akua for ni pia ayede se mfidie ni ma wo no maintain maintain mfidie ni sese ekeka omafu. We could not change the face of farming in Ghana. Into Mahama said, let's change the approach. You see, this man, he's a visionary leader. How do you change it? Farmer service centers. Or said district bia ye kuyano. Ye be kreti aso ye bia ye friend of farmer service centers. Or more munim technology ye di kuya ene behweso. Na mfidia ye di kuya yo ewa mano ne no bi di guo. Inti utie na okan bibi planters, harvesters. Mfidia ye di plowing, ye de dani asa, ye de do. Ye de dani asase nani. Ye di dua seedlings. Seeds ne kura ne papa wo se wudua na etimi so bebre. Fertilizer wo se wudi guso. Farmer service center no na sa mfidie ni nyina, the tractor, the planters, the harvesters, the harrowers, the seedlings, the combined harvesters, the fertilizer na ye di ni nyina bewo. No mo ma kwadare wo sa adwuma ni mu no mo na ehweso. Tikuani bia wo sa ampeso aso ho no. Wo be ko no wa ko register se me yekuani mi wafuo 1 acre 10 hectares. Ma afuo no da ha dia obetwa. To register pe. Dia na wo be hia. Me hia de de do ni bi. Me hia de be dane asase nani. Me hia de dua. Me hia de ye de be gusu nsuo. Me hia de be de wo hia bia na atwere. Na omo de mfidie na bafuo mu ho aba be ye adwuma na mawo. Ye firi wafuo mu ane akọ ofoforo fom ni abe ye adwuma na ma no. Ni akọ ofoforo fom ni akọ ye adwuma na ma no. Eti kuayo no be ye fofofo. Enya fe ne de aso ne sekan ko ye kuayo biem. Omo ni akwadare wo san fidi nyuma ni mu no. Omo ne de san fidi e wo farmer service centers e be ye wafuo mu adwuma ma. Ye di firiw untua. Na wo no ba ye ne so na wutwa wi a omo ne baba harvest amount omo twa na omo ato. Oh, yeah, my middleman, no book, you are for no more music. I could be in toes, baby. Or name say, Farmer and Toama in toes in the pro, intino. No, assisting no man is kaki to be. 2 year queer and a crane unyare. Wait, dear, a buying better say guaranteed prices or what? Ye bet tono a boa queer nearly be young faso. To a toffree wa. Or the Akone Farmer Service Center. So, let us a woo queer now, we ye, no. When ya won faso farmer service centers ni two products ni free ho a jo Mahama se anso ho ye wo de be di aburo ne de bi bagu nsuom aye dokro ne ye banku adi Intos ni bi ya de be yen kwan. Je ne ya de be ya bomu ni nkwan ne de keka ho. Enyema ne bebre wa ye bedua ne ye bedi ni wo ha. But the bisu wo ha e wo se ye de fa mfidie mu ne ye sachere mu ne ye de value ka ho. Enti de na wo ka o se region bia wo ye agro industrial zones. This is the nation builder we are talking about. Agro industrial zones they say ya ekuafo ne ato mo no ba ye ni nyina no. Ye ma ne mpronse kwa enye de ye bedi ni fie no nko a. Aban na je asase tam kese a wasiesie so. Or the Kenya alcohol, the Nsu alcohol, ya to security wo. Into the person was here tomato processing factory. Rice there, or person yes add value to all the things we produce, no. The other answer or core agro industrial zone wana bayama na sase. Kenya or dada. E kwai na yaye. Oh, the entire a lot of investors don't find it attractive to go to those areas and build factories. They say, oh, kono kwai no why nebe na kwai ne anya ya. Why nebe tumi aba factory ho. Kenya no no ane nkotwemra, okofa sika no we. Ensuo de be ko ho. Na ama ne course akoso nti o say adwuma e ka ye o so me ko ya e ho kantimi nya mfa so. Enti na ye nya factories wa komada na ebe processing toast. E wo mikrombunu east ne de keka ho ebe processing cashew. So President Mahama say I will create that zone. Bidi bibia be wo ho. Wo ba ya ye twa wasase ama you create your factory. Kenya wo nsuo wo security wo bibia. Then they will process it. Nothing tomatoes near so ya Ghana dia ye ton wo yedwom. So ho starch ye near the aka na kwa ma no ne akoton. Na ma ye nya dollar, ama ye nya obru ni sika. Near the abe support economy no. We na di adwuma ba we na be make ayo attractive. And this is going to be a game changer for the agri sector. And that is what President Mahama spoke about. Ubenya wo chefa wo ya ka adwuma ho asem, ya ka kuayo ho asem. Even before that, ya ka kabuburo a aban we e di ato man so. Ene e hawa e di abreye. For which reason you must vote for change. But aside this, any say obi hwe me wo ba young lady o school mu ana we school ana school nu kwa wan kobi. But you talk to these young ladies, they have great ideas. But what for him? What for you? Don't mama dream or at the pebima. Show him, Mrs.
We have good news for our women. Women are the majority population in this country. They are more than the men. And women are active in agriculture. They are active in trading, commerce. If you go to the markets, it's mostly our mothers and our sisters who are doing business there. Unfortunately, they don't have access to the kind of credit or capital so that they can grow their businesses. And so, aside from empowering our women by the affirmative action bill that has just been passed by Parliament, the NDC intends to set up a women's development bank so that it can provide credits to our women. The bank will have its branches in the markets and all other places where women do business, so that the little capital that they need to be able to invest in their businesses, the bank will be able to advance it to them at very low interest rates, so that they don't have to go to loan sharks and go and take credit and have the loan sharks chasing them every day for money.
Inu ba wutie me maami bi a wutie me sister bi a wutie me and that's why abama the Ghanaian woman will rise again because John Mahama and Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman at the special National Women's Development Bank Ghana ma mummiri ni yenya emre bia wo Ghana bakosemu a the two major political parties ebi adwin ma ho to say the President Mahama at this time around it. For the second time we choose to oba so me bona chidom as ne boafo a say ye ne mwane ye to abama no a will be making history by electing the first female obabisi a obabe yo mampenya be de chire e wo man abakosem. But President Mahama say me mane nso ho the man here no any representation keke say omumu ba ko atini arise to that level. That is good. but the Ghana ma ehia pa any bitri. Because me say me kra na me be ya adwen say Ghana ma nya kwadworo. Ghana ma pe dwuma. Ghanaian women are entrepreneurial. Woman is sika kiti bi obe turning around. Dodo na. But turning around in business. I know because me mama or a business woman. The betre kakra bi or the topano no the tukusua no the aboa me papa ma or the ahwe ne menyina. And so I know what Ghanaian women can do. And President Mahama knows this. And you say, or the bank a year do tremu back for ma. Bangi, it said yedi can de munchri mu abrɛ no. A man kwa ne beye mu adwuma. Bank manager or your ba. Teller or your ba. Cashier or your ba. Staff se wo mu nyina your ba. Security mpo your ba. Board of directors and ma. Now mo customers so a man kwa be me bia beku bia ye bepa mo. We ye ma. There will be Maslock, there will be the commercial banks and other programs that a member too can access. But this bank is a real bank run by women and for only women. Now the omobe say, inyama mienu. E ma epe betri dia ayedwa. Omo dia ye business, hairdressing. Obi pese okosua catering. Obi pese osua etibo, osua adepam. Obi pese pesika eko kwanso kofa nyema eyemi ebia eye doko eye aduane okoboku na okotogo okita ne betre bi kakra ba opebi asoso obi kra dia fe no person start and then maba one bi so wo school wo great ideas into a beer company we register ebi kra wa create online business or page or Instagram or page or Facebook or so your online business. There are women in corporate world who have great ideas. In addition to the Bosomia Jumana Oyeno, of us all your business be attached. President Mahama say this women's bank will be there for you. You benya branches across Ghana. It will be at your doorstep. And yan crime kwa, and your regional capital. Ebi be wo kru baby ebi wo. Ko near share proposal ni the opesa we ya. Ni amount bosia. From 1,000 cities, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, based on your capacity and your ability to pay. In Siuno, kete bi. And a condition say kofa collateral bra, kofa webra, and bibia send ho. Memre. Na bank no wo human resources are ebe train you, ebe boawo, be ma guidance a. Udi sika ne be ye adwuma yie ne so atimi aba mfaso na watimi atue sika no na ofoforo so enya bi na wo so adwuma ye yie a odi akoboa wo kunu odi akoboa wo mma odi akoboa fie baby enya sika odi kofie. And that is why President Mahama sees this to be very important, because if you empower a woman, you have empowered an entire household. And he says that with this women's bank will target a minimum of 1 million, minimum 1 million a man. Ideas and proposals. This is your hope. More school, more person, more creative businesses. More but you want to do businesses in addition. Some of you are doing it already. But who pay sikebi crowd they are expanded. Who pay 50,000 be their shame. Who pay 200,000 be their shame. This is your opportunity. None of the political John Mahama intimidated this women's bank. Now, Abusia, aside this women's bank initiative, John Mahama spoke about housing. One of the major problems facing us. Ghana ni bia benya nka obo brawo ye adwuma no. Obetimi asiesi kakakra no de asidai. Nene cement bo one bag 300 Ghana. Iron rods mpuje bobo. Ben na obeye adwuma, young man. Young woman, no sidai. John Mahama has thought about this. The vision, housing is part of it. He has a great policy for you. But can't one send me the Upper East region during his rounds, and I want you to watch the clip.
The government workers or anybody who has formal employment, we are introducing a housing program for you. So if you are working and you have an income, and you have at least 15 to 20 years of your working life left, We will give you the design of a house. It will be in cedis, not in dollars. You show where you want the house to be built. The house will be built and we will deduct from your salary month by month by month for 15 years, 20 years until you finish paying for it. And so teachers, nurses, doctors, everybody who has a fixed income, you can benefit from this housing program. You can either build it in your hometown or you can build it where you are working so that you don't have to pay rent. And this will be available to all those who have working life of about 15 to 20 years left. You pay in cedis, not in dollars. And you pay at a low interest rate, not at a high interest rate. The government...
See, this man is a visionary thinker. He's a nation builder. Asem die de beji to me. Nye de onim se won to me. No. A lot of thinking, a lot of brain power has gone into this. You see, the president American is simple. Sem no piwa wa kind of potoka sem ti yemfa mretwi kasem no bi ante ase. Ye wo nipa bebre wa o mu ye adwuma. Or 30 years, or 35 years, or 40 years, or 42, or 43, or 45. Or about 10 years, 15 years, 20 years than a nimua. Obetumia ye juma. Ansana wadru na home GM, which is 60 years. And what they know. But on one kasa no mpempre on kita sika. Obetumi dia kwa to asase, ato cement, ato abo, ato netie, ni etwa blocks, ni etu foundation, ni wesi dansi. On to me nye. Because of babia. Bawomia ni MPP ase omansi kasema kwa kudu. It has worsened it already. Crowd ni pa no untimi nye dada. Ene economy na se ama enyema boa kosoro like this. So President Mahama say, "Eyi nyame ne pe ye ne mboa. Ni eto abama no ba." Or the housing hyehyɛ yɛ foforo bi ba. Ghana ni bia baby a wonfie no no. Ebe ma okwan so betumi aye adwuma 10 years, 15 years, 20 years no. Aban be ma house loan. Okwa abrochi aye friend mortgage. Enti wo baby a wo pese wo si wo dan no. Wo be kwa akoka kire aban. Aso ya ye be creative for this project. You register. Was how na me pese me si dan. Na medwuma mi ye ni. Busumi bia bia yetua meka 3,000. Busumi bia yetua meka 4,000. Enti say what me 1,000 cedis busumi bia in the next 10 years, in the next 50, over that long period of time, no, e sika bebre. And adanya will be person who see, and you'll be an person who see abronsan. And you'll be an person who see self-contained dying kese. Will be wide the upper and the 3 bedrooms. Will be the upper cry 2 bedroom. Will be super 4 bedroom. Wabomu ne be kire wado. Say 4 bedroom na wo pa e be hwe wadwuma wo ye ne ho aketua. If emre da wanimu obetumi ya ye adwuma say 15 20 years we can make enough deductions to pay for that building. And yes, I will advise you to go for a design, a house with wadwuma ne wa ho den no e be so. Na abayama ne contractors esidan no. Near their board, near why your contractor over 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Bosumi bi enam say wo ye adwumenti no ye betew kakran na wo die tuaka. Ukwa bruchira ni na we friend mortgage. Enti ano na President Mahama e dey baba, this is a different style. The bruchira the dina bunti dodo na wa wokoto we die ye be si amount, and enam say ye si amount no, it can be customized to your needs. Say 3 bedroom na opa ubenya oso no dan. Say 2 bedroom a ubenya. Say chamber and hall a ubenya. Say 1 bedroom a ubenya. 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom a bronsan a ubenya. But ni nyina de gina wa ho den ni sika ba wonsem. Ene ya analysis na sika dodo a ye betumi ate a e ma wo nchiru bebre a over a long period of time e betumi atua dan ne ka. This is what the visionary leader has for you. Under him you can have a hope, the hope of owning a house, because this policy will make it easy for that dream to come true. Now, wakasa about the jesheye fakuayo ho, wakasa about the jesheye mamabunu in terms of inuma or baby BBA through 24-hour economy. Wakasa about Women's Bank, jesheye woman ma Wakasa about so many things. But President Mahama also spoke about education for Musku there to be nurses trainees. He went there and he had a message for them. Allowances won't throw MPP for the children and ne dodo na esu se o ma ton mo color TV akoto black and white enyedwa. But we mia yo mo 419. Akufu ado ayo mo na dada yen ba we mia dada yen na nyomo nursing trainees and teacher trainees etua no. Because alawa ama automatic employment so ana President Mahama de maye so a ye twem. No maybe school no mutifie sa ye mo modwuma ye beto aba ye so ye be fa 15,000 bi adwuma na ye de abe dada e bi no. President Mahama addressed that. Watch this for me.
All of us are waiting for 7th December. We know the problems with trainee nurses. And that is why when we're in government, we said we're going to substitute your allowance with the student's loan. That's what we said. And that is because we wanted to create more employment for you. What is important for you is not the allowance, it is to get a job when you finish school. But somebody came and said he will pay the allowances. Unfortunately, it was 419. When he went to Techiman, it took a young, small trainee nurse like you to say that you promised us you pay our allowances. I entered nursing training 3 years ago. I'm in my final year. For the 3 years I've been in school, I have not received even allowance once. And you know what? They pretended like they didn't know. Oh, allowances, I'm not sure. I have to ask the Minister of Finance. Them almost 30 months of arrears. Some of them have left school without receiving their allowances. And some of them are going to leave school again without receiving their allowances. But one thing I can assure you, it is about jobs. And NDC is committed to jobs. And so we are going to create the situation where we can employ as many of you as possible. What the MPP does is, they don't employ for 4 years. Then when it's getting to elections, they quickly say, oh, we've opened the portal for employment. And so they say they've got financial clearance to employ 15,000 nurses. Why have you waited till 3 months to elections before you say you're going to employ 15,000 nurses? And which ones are you going to employ? Are you going to start from 4 years ago or 5 years ago? Which batches are you going to employ? And that is why we must create a condition so that when you are coming out of training, we are sending you into employment at once. Ezu, I make you a commitment. When I come, the hospitals we are building that have been abandoned by this government, we will continue them. When I come, the Agenda 111 hospitals they are building, I'll continue and finish them. So that we can create more space to be able to absorb all of you when you finish school. This election is between Ghana and MPP. And Ghana must win. And all of you must vote for Ghana so that we can rescue our country back from the family and friends government who want to acquire everything for themselves. Kwame Nkrumah founded this country for all of us. He didn't found the country for just a small family. The opportunities of this country must be open to all our children, no matter their tribe, no matter their political affiliation, no matter their religion. All of them deserve the opportunities of this country.
Wow. What a profound message to nursing trainees. And to Ghana Funyina, President Mahama said, allowance any juma the enemy here, a juma. Allowance any betua. But the occasion will be to and went to adwuma so anka nurse no ko school wi a onim se nurse de adwuma is secure yesu ano awofo no bebre wo pese ne ba ko nursing training we twa university cross ko nursing training na be wi na adwuma ye den e wo he say aban boni we abi ye ni na free President Mahama said the hospitals will fit as your major go on obeto aso empo omo agenda 11 na omo ye na omo ntwe sika bia nta akire no ye beba na anwe ne se no obeto aso no wawie. You see the way this man thinks. This is not how Bawumia and Akufo-Addo thinks. Mahama di enti ye nya nem pronse. But you see that the nation builder is even thinking of completing Agenda 111 hospital, which they themselves say is by December next year. And Obama kwanya medjuma ba for the nurses. It is the same for the teachers. We will complete abandoned school projects. Medjuma beba bebre. We will bring back automatic employment for teacher trainees and nursing trainees. So our license exams no you twem near the account or course so we no school no national service ni ye free ho because nurses and teachers on we dada na the automatic employment no ababi. That is President Mahama's message. Now the okama na ye me de kra ne say or say this election is between Ghana and the MPP. And yeah, NDC and the MPP, Ghana and the MPP. Because MPP for the Ghana didn't, you know. And there was here tint to go say enough is enough. Chrono bono ayeye. Sike dieno ayeye. Amamwo boni atimen nima ya de taxes, COVID levy, way baller tax, levy, aguye swa, betting levy, mabunu breno ayeye. We want change. So it's an election between Ghana and the MPP, and Ghana must win, and inshallah, Ghana will win. But all these things, the assurance I have for you, they said, this is not a man who just promises. John Mahama on Shebokwa, on to me can on spell it. Osia Woyo, his legacy bears this out. And now Ghana can boast of the best airport in the whole of West Africa, Terminal 3. John Mahama Ghana can boast of the second largest port in the whole of West Africa, NPS port, or Tema port. Where interchanges, where schools, Adanya will see, where hospitals, where Japade Numa were. Bosha will share Bia Udiso. And he has told us own tronche in this campaign. Na say ya to abama no so obi di no kra kire own tronche. Eno na mebo. Mebo wi na bibi fefe because wo China China Pew hene ahemfie. Share you Rajo Mahama Kotari as part of his tour. I'll bring you highlights from there. Then we'll end this NDC and youth segment and bring you the moment of truth segment. Even before that, I will take brief thoughts from Malik, who is not gone, is still here with me, about these things we have heard from John Mahama on this Upper East tour. It's if you wait, Mrs. here.
What I can promise you is that I will be truthful to you. I will never tell you lies. I will never tell you things that I can't do. The problem with this country is that our policies are based on the short cycle of winning elections every 4 years. And we are not creating the foundation for this economy to take off. And so, we're not making you promises. I'm promising you that I'll work hard day and night to make sure that we reset the fortunes of this country. 4 years of a good leader will make more impact than 8 years of a dishonest leader.
If your child is going out, you fortify him so that he'll be able to fight the journey. But as you are going out now, we want to present you with something. Like here, the chief is going out. This time, if the chief is not there and he's coming out to campaign or to tell the people that you should take him as the next gift, you have to wear and be strong and nothing should disturb you so that you'll be able to go through. When I was also looking for the chieftaincy after the demise of my father, this is the calabash I put on my head to go about, and you will know that I am out for the chieftaincy. If I go to any house and I'll beg, if they put granules there, I will take and then chew and get the strength. If I want water, to put the water there, then I'll drink and have the strength to go on with to go on my round.
Wow, beautiful sights from the China Pierce Palace in the Upper East region. These are all, snipers of the Upper East campaign tour of John Mahama, Ebanewi, and Ne. Mahama is coming back to Accra and he'll be continuing the campaign. And we brought you key highlights, including policies. And next week we'll bring you more. In fact, Nipa Bebramo suggested because the election is getting closer, we should be doing this show like twice a week, if thrice a week, so that we can bring you more of these highlights, more of these policies that can get you better informed and equipped to vote wisely. And we are thinking about it. And let me quickly find out before we bring the segment to an end. Malik, why are Papa John Mahama in Upper East?
In fact,
all these policies, what do you make of it?
First of all, Mamisha CM free near Ohenene. You see, many of you who are not from the north, Ebiamonte, the significance of near Ohenene. In fact, Adi Omuyeno, Omonye ma ubia keke. They don't just do it to just anybody. Omuye ma ubia ode nokre edijuma. Omuye ma ubia ode periperi yo edijuma. Omuye ma ubia chere se owo nimedie osanso abodaye ema etimanfo. Omuye ma ubia owo hihye pa edema oman. And that significance alone, the people of the Upper East region are solidly behind the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And the media who say before be the nam. If you share picture no more sereno say omo de calabash see President Mahama tiri, so they don't know. They don't know. Na media ni aye me yana say omo the other one still ni no. Ese toda o chere MPP for ne nyansa kakra se bi. Send you who say yes, no, Yamamre different from other regions. Amamre. And this is what we say why you obi sa. It signifies a lot, and we appreciate it as a political party. Maybe mention and say President Mahama a preacher the Upper East region no more. To be honest, question me be some wanna say policy is not cracked out of stone. Policy yenfa dynamite. Empire and free bomo. In the other one still, only the on policy mu ba kumpo and kojana baby nka. Adentino no the sebi. Yan fan is a President Mahama adwene 9 ho. Ono so ndwene 1 ho. And I want na ekọ ni trimu wepai. You see, I am proud to be a member of the National Democratic Congress. More importantly, I am proud to have the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, as my flag bearer, and Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman as the running mate to His Excellency John Mahama. Because it makes our work easy. It makes our work easier. And then we are communicating and actually say, oh, NDC once a month. You feel proud. President Mahama, you see, Sammy, we have been consistent in our policies. President Mahama, your trophy. And Quebec said, what do you fan say? You can't say you cancel teacher trainee allowance umpono. Yefan say Yanshedan Kanasa. He repeated what he said in 2016. I say this was why I decided to take that decision. But this time, we will not only bring good policies for you, we would give you sustainable jobs when you finish,
which is what they need.
Now when you media mamen kano kre wom. policy baako a ɛtɔ makoma so paa ɛyɛ the building of houses for Ghanaian workers. Ebi si da. In fact, affordable houses are here. Great initiative. You see, me, I'm the son of a teacher. A teacher for a todo obi edwumadia ketua kakra. In fact, senior obi retirement mpo na dan mpo nsi here. But as a result of this policy, who ye edwuma na wo dan no aban esi ama. Na ye tete so ye te wa ketua so kakra. By the time you spend 15 years working, what you are and you have your own house. Retirement now. This is one of the greatest policies for Ghanaian
qualifies you to even live in the house.
Live in the house
even before you finish paying. Not like it happens in
not just a word. Exactly. A Ghanaian youth watch.
This is the moment of truth. The current reno any and amamwo boni a ekoso ye my Ghana mu kata hye ne proya dodo na peso mu disie no ye baba mu ma obi ehu de ekoso wo my Ghana mu na mwati ase de ntia e bo se woto aba for nsesa for change come 7 December 2024. Medical culture say we are talking about overpriced sole source contracts awarded to the Bawumias. You see, sole sourcing in Kenya dia the bonny in principle. Because procurement acts yemra Ghana ya aban jumedia all ye bia se aban sidan aban ye kwan aban koto bibi no e wo se aban fa sa kwan no so de tosa de no ana wo de yesa project no. So, over procurement law ni mo ayade ashim section 40 say omai ne kwa hu ye bi mu in emergencies. Ana say so omai ni hia de bi pa urgency. Ana say omai ne pese odi dwumadie bi a company ba ko pe ne betumi ye sa adwuma no a exclusivity ene de keka ho a aban no betumi aye de friend so source ne say sa aban pese o ye project bi a mra ne say ba mu no be or person ye bibia no mepre na de ne bowo fom a obetumi aye ne yie ama o man nya so mfaso no fa adwuma ne ma no eno de friend competitive tendering or see a tendering emu da ho obi atimi kopri bi whether it is a classroom block, whether it is a road project, whether it is a water project, whether it is a supply of goods and services. Emrane say as a general rule tender it na be mu no bi opese oye adwuma ni bia no nkopre. Nemo in cases of urgency, in cases of emergencies, exclusivity, compatibility, section 40 of the procurement law, so you can do sole sourcing. So sole sourcing is supposed to be an exception and not the norm, not the general rule. But you see, she said the Bema Church Mukame, and yes, some put the MPP for a church when they were in opposition. The person Kai won't send me about so source. This is Bawumia Twitter handle, 8th September 2016. Bible says, when no one send the Dibiwa of Fuana, Dibiwa of Ben. Bawumia no one send the Muntieno. Or say, overpricing of contracts through the use of source sourcing is very typical of this Mahama NDC government. Or say, Mahama buying over ye buo mine, ye project biya, na born ye dibia kahon, because ye no true source sourcing. It is one of the major campaigns about Mahama no source sourcing. According to him, it leading to overpricing of contracts. Emma or my Shriska. The same Bawumia 3rd February 2017. Naya tuaba momwe mohwe bosha wo de share. This is Ghana Web. We will abort rampant soul sourcing Bawumia. See be twa soul source nya ye ni bebre ni mu enye nya de pa emomai ehwensika. The same Bawumia Katreman Pro we starfm.com.gh May 29, 2017. On it MPP abemu mpenyifo na ekasa or say don't abuse soul sourcing. Don't abuse soul sourcing. Utu omofo mamo nko abuse soul sourcing. The same Bawumia December 31st 2018 City Newsroom published a story. Emra Bawumia koye press conference. Say aban we ehebo makoma kwa aduanan 40 bia aban na diso na ye ntronko a but as part of the so-called promises, I will say, fulfilling. You can see here. We promise to move away from a predominance of soul sourcing to tendering in procurement, and we have delivered. We have delivered. Two soul sourcing, you deliver, you dear bosses. This is Bawumia. In fact, the boss of Mampenya Kufuadumpudia, he was categorical, more categorical on soul sourcing. Say, Nyadepa. Until on the 23rd of August 2016, the Twitter handle ni Akufuado or said the era of soul sourcing will come to an end. This is moment of truth. Itumira ni achirisi ni amaobiedi. Asemu ayeke bi ayama wadanse. Oh, ensemu omo kadi gu Mahama hu fi no. Eno ne ye de aye omo susudua. Ye hwese de omo kan ye no omo diso. And they have done the opposite and far, far worse than what they were complaining about. So you stay cool. Na dimechi. Abusia enfonyira wo hu ne hey. Eyo mampenyi abedi echiri Alhaji Bawumia MPP Frank Katuni a obonto ase yento abama no. Onene maame ni nuanom nete we. Na ene emrenti menka sa abade nuanom o maka. Ene my tension what your shirt atari blue yisua pongo yellow bida ne bosono she polo Lacoste your friend Abraham Bawumia ni nua penyi moja baako ni nua direct Abraham Bawumia ne yira waware no onye Ghana ni oye bruni your friend Aneta Kamiska Bawumia na omumienu omu register company bia ye free company no Resource Access Limited uti di na abedwe so omu resources bia ama omu ni resources uti omu a omu de omu resource ye adwuma omu di ni nyafunyafu no me baba be kire. So you see ye pese ye ma wa dance na hu se de e kan ye no krenti no ya call Registrar General system company ye friend Resource Access Limited. Who are the directors? Nipa mienu Abraham Bawumia director and Aneyere Aneta Kamiska Bawumia director. Oh, abusuya no mo mpre mo obi kura mamu o emeye director na onfasika ni bi nko debi omo ankasa no kuku football bo machafa. So okuru ni oyere Bawumia nuanom directors. You see secretary ni ye hwan the same Kamiska Bawumia na yere na no so na ebo secretary. So abusuya ba ko company enye se amanfre ni bi wo no the same household. Who are the shareholders, the subscriber, trustees? Why Abraham Bawumia, the secretary ni yere, directors ni kunu ni yere, and shareholders also the same Bawumia we share say 100,000 bikeke 100,000. Now abusiafo, what's there na yehu a yesi afemia ene yes a moment of true dwumedie. Ye hwehwe mu a ya ma na be dead say. Sa bawomia ni nua company ya ye friend no Resources Access Limited no. Contracts akesia sika kesia taho. Ena bay etietia mraso ediama company we through sourcing. Sourcing na bawomia ni Akufuado e kan one sem say ya de boni in opposition omu betu ase etu ministers for they shouldn't do sourcing. They even created the whole ministry of procurement. And the justification was that the person too sourcing because sourcing a chrono and more my boka. You will say this Bawomia company ya a friend of Resource Access Limited. Didn't we are yere to ano. And I yede Oman Ghana projects are kesie ama womo. And you say ma Bawomia nuanom enye business no. Omonana omontia say Mahama nuanom be business. It is a Mahama nua Ibrahim Mahama a well-established, accomplished businessman not only in Ghana but Africa. Or any business legitimate business or ye bibi kura boa Ghana free bunto te say there or ye say or then the workers ebeti or do river mu ama e free bunto a MPP for someone to say you saw the noise they made in 2016 about that when Ibrahim decided to use his workers and buy equipment to dredge Dodo for free of charge wanye Ghana. We would the just be free amayo. Almost say pa buying contracts, no problem. Pa buying contracts are mrakwanso. Edwuma no omo no tender it na ma afoforo so kwan almost untimi compete for it and let the person with the best bid win. So omo na what the lowest and the best bid win here, any problem. But why will you do it illegally through sourcing? Now what so I increase a buono, or overprice it, or inflate a buono. Na magana ene ye wa nwuchiremu ye wu ye hwano adwuma ni woni pebreno ye sika kakra no so a mo sanso di ni nyafunyafu ba womia ni nabusuafo. That is what the story is about. Because as you can see on the screen, project kese we Sunyane Airport Rehabilitation Project. Sunyane de me matena ho for mfie bebre nti minim ho asem. Akufuado 2019 and or day asobo ho say airport na e dada opeso osiesie no ade pa there no opeso oye no ho. If you go to Bono Regional Coordinating Council website adwuma omo ka say omo ye no airport one saying, look, he said the scope of work included the rehabilitation. President Akufuado na say rehabilitation and extension of the runway from 1,280 meters to 1,400 meters. Into 120 meters extension. 120. Equina you sum 100 meters na the 20 meters as also. Kota kakrebi. Repair of apron. Apron ye baby a packy plane. Na potholes be one person musisi. And a terminal building I had that was a minimal renovation. Ye painted and I'll show you the terminal. Ejuma wenkwa kekeno. Akufuado say or the 52.25 million cedis. Titisikano 525 billion. Eneye. Awo dia maba wo mienwe. Wa ma ho kwan am obi am pribi so se ono nko ya ye ne sumu ase dwede ye kuki dia ma wo. Edwuma be no ma ye no ho for which reason we must pay them this money. And Oko Ghana Airport Company website Sika Yetuyama Company nini. So the Ghana Airport Company Limited commenced rehabilitation works at the cost of 52.25 million on October 25th, 2019. Phase 1 on my area. And if you go to the airport, they will be huni. Look at this. When 120 meters runway, no, 120 meters one-way extension, no, just this. And terminal way na Akufuado so minimal renovation. minimal renovation. This is the terminal. Terminal ni new. Enimu car parking. This is the terminal. Nipa 100 pe ni bit me process yo mo. Dani ya yen pinti ma mento keke. Abusianfo, and the cost of this project ba wo mia ni nua no waye no. Moto anansesem kire say 525 billion. Sika no mo de ye den. Ada omu quota na omo ye no omu di gold fry ana. What is so special about this work that you will award it through sole sourcing? Oma will be a pribi. What is so special about this work that you will pay 52.25 million cedis for it? What is so special about this? Because ba wumi ani ninu anomo aba. Omo pesika e de akoyo mu fie. No ba wumi anya bia ye campaign. Enyesa. Nobody cares about Ghana. Nobody cares about the youth. Nobody cares. Now, whole airports na media show here. This is a brand new airport President Mahama built. Brand new airport from Kinkri to Kankrai. Terminal is seen on the can process about 400 passengers. It will VIP, will VVIP. This whole airport President Mahama built. Let me go back. Sorry. The runway 1,900 meters and 30 meters wide. The Bawumien Mianoma and the 2x4 airport almost on my 120 meters runway, 30 meters wide. 1,900 as compared to 120. Whole airport terminal you seen from scratch. A VIP lounge, a VVIP lounge, a bit me processing 400 and over. We can process only 100 people. Whole airports, you see brand new apron. This one just patching of potholes on the existing apron. Whole airport, you see 9 kilometers of roads around it. Where a few roads. And Mahama built this brand new whole airports at $25 million. All the bagana sikemu at the time, exchange rate in here 4 cities now, the highest. Went to a bare 100 million. Sia Kropo or Domasia Sibrim Road, 22.18 kilometers. Upgrading of Chiboso Hasso Odre Bungalow Feeder Roads, $29.4 million. If you add the 54.2 million to the 29.4 million, you get 83 million cedis, all to one company. We're so sourcing. Illegally, Auditor General aye rehwemu say etia Ghana mbra say ka projects we cocoa board for the Bema company we through so sourcing. Emra support. Look, where is the evidence that the project was given to them based on so sourcing? Where 14th May 2020 letter, Public Procurement Authority for Trade giving approval say omama kwan emfa so sourcing companies be projects. And if you look at number 7 and number 8, and number 8 and the wahano as Sia Kropo Domasia Sibrim Road and the 22.18 kilometers. Resource Access Limited. Bawumia Nuyane Yere Company. No, that is it. And the other one, that is it. 83 million. So they were all awarded through sole sourcing. And the Auditor General in Rishemu Awaye. The Auditor General say the Public Procurement Act was breached. Public Procurement Act, no, ye tieti amraso. So adwumani nyina no ye illegal contracts ye dia maba wo miane nunuanom. Na the Auditor General who no projects we mu a ehu kra ne say o man na hwere sika bebre. O sika omo anya no true source na enka ye betumi aye no at a price which is 3 times cheaper. Instead of 83 million for the 2 projects, Kibetumi use about 20 million. They are the same rules. That is the Auditor General, not me. And this is the Auditor General's report I'm talking about. This is the evidence. Performance audit report of the Auditor General on the construction of cocoa rules. You can Google it. It's on the internet and you can read it. And if you check paragraph 55, the Auditor General is clear. The cocoa board's procurement policy stipulates that they must follow the procurement law. Now, producer, my focus is paragraph 65. Give me paragraph 65. Paragraph 65. I'll say Cocoa Board did not rigorously. This is not Sammy Gyamfi or NDC. This is not Malik Bas or this is Auditor General of Ghana. They report me. When na Ghana, yaman ejuma say onre share abansi kase munyina. Or say Cocoa Board did not rigorously analyze its procurement options for value for money, but sought approval from PPA for single sourcing and restricted tendering, thus procuring contracts which were up to 3 times more expensive than they could have obtained through competitive tendering. Or say sa cocoa road projects na buy ne dia maba wo mianuanom no. Say ya anya no so source sumu asi dwadie no mo ye na. Ene ma wo kwan say contractor obetumi aye kwan ni bia me pri bia. Auditor General say ni hwehwe no mu kire say sika ye de ye kwan mienu 83 million cedis no. Nka ye de mu nchichemu ba miensa pe. Uchemu miensa nka emu ba ko pe na nka ye de be ye 3 times cheaper. Now I say, but we are in a bush for a company. Ghana sika over 600 billion OCDs on my fanakwa because they are benefiting from illegal, overpriced sole source contracts. You see, this is what we are talking about. I've spoken about the Sunyani Airport project. I've spoken about these 2 Cocoa Road projects. But not just that though. Acquiring projects bebre wo kromu ha. The same company one echo. Producer, give me those documents. The payment vouchers are intercepted. Payments made to this same Resource Access Limited for Teshi Road, for the Teshi Road projects, for Kumasi Brekum Road project, Accra Inner Road projects. All these contracts through sole sourcing. Company contracts. They don't tender. Sole sourcing. And all the sole sourcing illegal. So the problem is not that they are doing business. The problem we have is that why are you giving it to them through sole sourcing, which is illegal? Abrawo position with sole sourcing ye obanwa bitwem. Sole sourcing ye chrono. Inti ade na obo chrono ni bi. Why have you made sole sourcing the norm now? Why are you doing the sole sourcing illegally? Why are you overpricing the sole source contractor? Auditor General say, yeah, boka 3 times more. Why? Bawumia, why? Boneben yediayo. Aden. Lectures be beni na na kronu in na bebo. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will less. Na kronu we na wo bebo. Yes, sir. Why? Tigana for Hunyamomobo. The whole Ghana, we have only 4 MRI machines. You go to our major hospitals, they don't even have dialysis machines to be kidney disease. No be call hospital na paying for them mad that from yes and penny. Health insurance in Yajuma, paracetamol cries. I just say okoto. A human nikro ni pebre. And a munkwa sika bebre ba mwenya no ba wumia. Upi sika benpie. Look, in 2023 alone, Sikankwa yetuya separate payments to Bawomia Nuya Company Resource Access Limited. Another 83 million cedis, 830 billion. Why? This payment is dated 13th March 2023. Almost more year Accra rules be a man of 5.7 million cedis. Titisikano 57 billion. Producer next, very quickly. Next. This is 28th November 2023. The same company, 2023 no March, Yamanibi, November, 6.1 million, Titisika 61 billion. Yanko, next. This is third match. The same match now, your man, the first one. The same match now, your son's man, 16.4 million. Titisika 164 billion. Next. The same payment, these are payment vouchers from the controller. 25th March 2024, another 10 million cedis paid to the same Bawumia and Inuyanum company. Titisika 100 billion. Next. The same company, July, a free March, March 3 payments, July, 25th July. Look, there are contractors in this country. Omo enye sole source contracts near them omo. Enye dream kata asese ne project contracts near them omo. Contracts papa ya fa mrakwanso de ama omo. Ebi akogye bank besia ekwan omo si. Suku omo ye. Enyuma ye dem omo nyina they have done it. 5 years ni aban ntua omo ka, aban no so oniska. 4 years in your raising certificate in Tria. Ebi, Bessia Mokoje and Wusi warrior Moama or Moafa when you stroke a woo. I know contractors like that. Areho. Yen Tia can die about Nisikenyo. But Bawomia near there, our illegal sole source contracts here. Look at the way they are paying them. And yet the contract, and a contract, Papa Bio, illegal sole source contracts. They are paying them in succession. Projects kakra and you can once in our press conference about 5 of them, you know. Oka payments in kwa ya diama Bawumia new company bumwa. It is 218 million cedis. Read my lips. 2.18 trillion old Ghana cedis. To MPP ni si yakola amount 200 Ghana bina ko to data na wudi di Sammy Gyamfi atem no. Wo de na wanya. Adwuma kura woni bi. Adwuma kura woni bi. This is what Bawumia is doing. And because of cheap politics, people are supporting this man. How can this man fight corruption? Mate we the ochen driver. We sua kro no adwuma no kura chen the driver. We sua kro no adwuma no kura chen the driver. Many people think that it is only a Kufuado no for repenyi fie na busuafo ken for ata no nko ana. Omo ye the Japade thieves omo boy chrono. But Bawumia is 10 times worse. This is just a tip of the iceberg. In the coming weeks, we will show you more. And that is why we tell you, say, you can't make a mistake of trusting this man. When you're kind about so sourcing, when you're oye. Tia no because obema obe free phone no wa genedi. Se kwatre kwa si obema ontoma tie ne din. Mfie nwotwe oba fa ofura kwa wafa no wafa ne ba ma ne ba kra ne obekọ Jesus. Bawumia be si yeso a kwa shema entro na doso. Krono na doso. He is neck deep in the ongoing state capture ebo mine na mayor risika no. Di nti a wo bre okwan ye nyeye suku a ya jesi wo hospital a ya jesi wo adwuma wunya bi nya ne se sika nke ye de be yo man ni ye no na auditor general leka no. Bawumia ni nuanom companies, they are grabbing the money and look at how they are paying themselves. It is possible, it's any possible say or pentama breaking 8 na was a sub contract na mani nuane na yere nom sa, then they will be paying themselves for illegal sole source contracts. It is better no monkasa na wo so wote wo sike omu wi omo ma so it's possible na wo ka bidio machi minua baby o mine ko no hwe wasitinem na to abapa. The Makanyina no Trudu have given you the facts, I've given you the evidence. It is for you to make a choice. So we bet to aba amankofo we are momatna so abokro and now be sisem amajo Mahama ba. He has promised. So be yenhwehwemu no mo ma for men sika bia no watwe o maso wagye sika na mo men near the ayo mine ye. The Japadier thieves and Bawumiani Ninuano, they will never go scot-free. The only way they can go scot-free is when you give them your mandate again. Then nobody will come and check them. And the Ghana no more ton. Yetia na China for Abaza Ghana edia sia wa a bomb mine don't come. A hono mine kika kono. It is not funny. It is serious. Sika wiki bit me ayi bibi papa bi ama wo ana wunu e bi anya so mfa so. O media say kwa 2.18 trillion cedis illegally given to Bawumia and his family through overpriced illegal source contracts. But we have hope, and our hope is in John Mahama. So beba. No one man hwehwemu akoso. One man mraye adwuma. One man prosecutions akoso. The way this sika yede na kwa akoto jail. Ya sika no ayo mine ye. And o ma wi sika na sa o muntumi fa nko bank mpu egugu o mo pass. O mo pass ni go. So afọ na no no ball as on. Onone de gum pass.
We shall investigate you and we will let the law take its course. We will hold everybody.